See, Les, and magically it is gone.
And magically it's gone. Nobody knows.
That's the end of that story. We can't tell. And by the way, I decided what is my favorite side dish. It's you. You know,
Me.
Look at it this way. I'm the biggest turkey here, and there's probably no arguing with that. And then you would be the best side dish a turkey could ask for, young man.
I am so touched.
Well, we know
honored.
that too.
Yeah.
And by the way, thank you very much. I'm going to come right out front. And I shamed Les into bringing me down some of his delicious scones that had berries and white chocolate in it. But the boy also shows up with pulled pork. And you know what? I don't think you believe me.
I don't.
I'm reaching into the fridge, and it's still there, and I haven't eaten any of it. Pulled pork and mac and cheese. And it was very kind of you and Mrs. Claus I'm Santa Claus, right? You and Carol to share your bounty with me, and the fact that you sent me 2 of your son's fingers as an homage to the Godfather, I thought was very touching, by the way.
Well, we know what you like.
Hi, Jones.
Hey, Jonesy.
Jones is a part of me that hopes you just caught the turkey yourself and begged it to kill its own neck, just as in a great comedy moment there, pal.
We got a Facebook user that is going unnamed. So please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook if you're watching us on the Facebook group. And that way we can see who you are and you don't look like this guy. Hey, you guys. Hey, guys. Jordan with a Y's here.
Well. My co-host.
Yeah. Black Friday, I think. What'd you guys pick? Around the 2 o'clock slot? 2 o'clock slot, 2 to 3. Going to be talking about Twin Peaks.
Are we going live with this?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll have to pick out something lovely to wear.
Of course.
And Jordan, you better be wearing one thing and one thing only. And boys, calm down out there. She knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. We'll have to have some pie and some damn good coffee. Or is it damn fine coffee?
You'll have to do your homework, young man.
I know. I just started watching it. It's really good. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you two pushed me that direction. And I don't know that I'll be caught up by then, but
you have to be. You have to get to the end. Oh,
okay.
You got to find out who killed Laura Palmer.
I thought they didn't find out at the end. I don't know that. I mean, I didn't keep up. I haven't read anything. Hey, Spikerman's here. And to kick off this Black Friday marathon that we're going to be doing on the YouTube channel, the PopCon YouTube channel, Spikerman and I and a bunch of other Star Wars folks are going to be talking about the new Mandalorian or the first 4 episodes of the Mandalorian. We're not going to spoil Friday's episode.
Star Wars geeks. You got to get the terminology correct. Geeks.
Well, okay. Fair enough.
It's not a bad word.
I've been called worse by better.
And by the way, all us old people drink Atkins Milk Chocolate Delight, 15 grams of protein. Just in case a little product placement, a little sponsor never hurt anybody.
True.
This is the way, Jones. Yes. Well, we got to talk about food, but I'll tell you this much. This past week's Mandalorian was better than the last 2 combined.
Oh, definitely. Hey, guess who just popped in? The mayor's here.
Oh! We should really have the bells of angels in the background. We need an engineer full time for the comedy here. Hiya, Mayor.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
I got a new cell phone today, so it cramps my style while it's doing the switch.
Okay.
So I had extra time.
Is the switch a euphemism for something? Am I missing something over here?
No, got new cell phone, so all the old cell phone stuff is switching to the new cell phone.
I know. I'm just doing
I don't
my
know
job.
if you know what a cell phone is.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
You know, I remember my first phone number on a phone that you could actually be arrested for murder for. It was so heavy, those phones back then. Oh my goodness. What's time again, Les?
I think
That is
we're
correct.
starting the Mandalorian talk around slightly afternoon. I think Carl's going to do an intro.
Yeah.
Call it noonish.
I won't talk too much.
Yeah.
I say that every week, but that never happens.
Yeah. And then 90 minutes later, we finally go, okay, final thoughts.
You know, they come here for the looks, but they stay for the chatter.
Hey, World Series winning pitcher and St. Louis Cardinals bat boy Kevin Mitchell is with us. Good afternoon, Kevin.
Kevin was pimping for me earlier this week. There's some
really?
sort of Transformers event. I mean, they're all over the country all the time. Wanted to know if I was involved in it, and I went, no. And he put a little saddy face up there. It's very nice that he cares. No, I'm not. Hello, senior with asthma. I'm not leaving the house till spring. Okay, so I'm not going anywhere. I've had, by the way, Les gave me food for Thanksgiving. My leasing agent, who I'm close with, is dropping by a plate of food. One of my guys, Robert, brought a pie in yesterday for me. So, and I'll have a turkey sandwich, and I'll be drinking eggnog and rum at about 8:00 in the morning. So I'll be fine. Don't worry about that. Well, what about you, Mr. Mayor? Are you cooking, ordering in?
Cooking, but it's all happening very quickly. So I won't be able to last the full 90 minutes because I have to go hit the grocery store before everybody hits the grocery store. Where our
You're too
Thanksgiving
late.
has switched from Thursday to Friday, so we don't have any food for tomorrow.
Right. So let me be the one, and you be the first one on board. Your favorite holiday side? I mean, aside from Wes, of course, we understand this, but and the dogs, they don't count.
The
one you have to have.
That's a tough one because it's kind of all in combination.
Okay. Very Midwestern of you.
With the stuffing and the green beans with the French onions on top and mashed potatoes. If those three things aren't with the meat, it's not Thanksgiving.
All right, so it's a triumvirate that goes together for you.
Yeah. Our green bean casserole. So I eat mashed potatoes a lot throughout the year. So I would guess if I had to pick one, it would be the green bean casserole.
Now, do you use the canned mushroom soup, or do you make your own bechamel broth?
Canned, yeah.
All right, classic, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm fully capable of doing everything from scratch, but don't do it very often.
It's time consuming, and you have mayoral duties that people don't realize.
Yes, that you got to go shake babies and hands and stuff,
and kiss hands, and that signing things, and then there's launching of things. And what about you, Les?
I would go with oyster dressing. Is my go-to side.
That's it. Now, we call that stuffing back east. Is that the same thing out here? Dressing? Is that like a cornbread dressing would be a cornbread stuffing, even though we don't stuff it in the turkey?
Okay, except it might be a little like wetter.
Yeah,
well,
it's a lot wetter. So
yeah, that's a very Indiana thing too. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, for a landlocked state to have oyster stuffing, I'm very fascinated. I'm teasing.
My mom makes a similar thing, but her own.
You poach the oysters first? How do you cook the oysters?
I don't. Oysters.
You don't use oysters in your dressing? You just use chicken or what?
We use the turkey.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we've done it with oysters before, but I will say that we don't do that. So it's not that we haven't done it. That's not the norm for us.
Okay, sure. I think we would not get fresh oysters. We would just get canned oysters since we are in a landlocked state.
I'm just saying,
getting fresh oysters is a little bit more difficult.
Because
than it
if
might
there's
be
an
in White
oyster
Plains.
cartel I don't know about, underground, I'm in for some black market money. If we're sneaking oysters in from the places north.
Yeah, so my cousin's grandma would always make oyster dressing for us, and so that's what and so if I could have one side, that would be it. What about you? What's your
He's
favorite?
so excited about that. He's checking on the oyster dressing right now. Don't worry about it. The mayor, he'll be right back.
Just stir it a couple times and let it settle back in, and it'll get brown on top. It'll be fine.
So is this just the three of you for Thanksgiving when it's normally many of the Ellers at the Eller compound, right?
Well, it's going to be 5 of us. My parents, because Leaf has been quarantining with my parents.
Oh, okay.
Because of e-learning and stuff. So it's just going to be the 5 of us where, like the pictures I show where we're cooking 26 pounds of turkey, we probably fed like 30 people at my house that time around. That's why we have a big kitchen.
That's nearly a turkey a person, young man.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Hey, Brian Neely is on the stream with us this afternoon.
Young man,
how are you, sir? Wow,
happy Thanksgiving, pal, and a happy to Mrs. Neely.
Yes.
Well, see, the holidays bring out everybody comes home for the holiday. Da, 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 da. I'm just saying.
Potatoes and green bean casserole is what Martin Jones says. I'm not a big fan of green bean casserole. Look,
the governor's going to call here in a minute. You better be careful what you say, young man.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oddly, Greeks don't have green bean casserole at Thanksgiving.
That doesn't surprise me because it's not that great.
Well, I bet. Oh, see, look what you did now. You got the mayor making a bad face.
I got the evil eyes.
Oh, God, that evil mayor face.
I'm just a pure fan of green beans. So when you throw goo on it and spice it up, and just makes better green beans.
I can't argue with them. Green beans are tasty.
Oh, great. This is great. Brian Neely's, I'm driving in the rain, but I'm at a stoplight now, so it's all okay. Brilliant.
Brian, whatever it is, get your foot off the gas and go to a convenience store and just pull the car over. It's okay. We love you out here.
Yeah. Go get a coffee, and then because we're going to be on for another 60 minutes probably. So, get comfortable.
That's what he needs. Driving the day before Thanksgiving, caffeinated. What do you?
Oh, why not? Okay, let's see. I bet this is George because he's saying Audrey's baked macaroni and cheese is what he hopes to get his hands on. I heard you guys were I thought Audrey was baking a leg of lamb or something.
Audrey who? Fill me in.
Audrey, George and Audrey. They did the.
You met them at virtual PopCon.
Yeah, they did the film festival.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm old there, Les.
I know. And you notice I was old too because I was like what did they do at PopCon?
Well, they were new for 2020, so.
Right. Oh, see, Spikerman is with me. He says no to the green beans. So
Spikerman, what is your go-to side dish, Spikerman?
Yeah.
Come on. Give it up, man. You just can't say I don't like somebody's without replacing it with what you like.
This is true.
I have. You want to know my killer one?
Yeah, I do. Is it the cranberry sauce you were talking about?
It is, and I'm going to give you the recipe.
Oh,
I don't know what a recipe is. All of a sudden, I'm talking Southern. I like that. No, it's jalapeno cranberry sauce. So, half a cup of water half a cup of white vinegar, a cup of sugar. You like it a little sweeter? Add a little more sugar.
Okay.
I put in 1 jalapeno with the ribs and seeds. Otherwise, you can put 2 or 3 jalapenos in, take out the ribs and seeds. I
Is
like
this
it a little
fresh
spicy.
jalapenos?
Fresh.
Or
Oh,
pickled?
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay.
Absolutely fresh. You boil that for 5 minutes with the sugar and the water and the vinegar. Then you put a 12-ounce bag of fresh cranberries in. And you bring it up to a boil, and those cranberries will start to explode. You bring it down to a simmer, about 5 minutes more. Take it off to heat, put it in a bowl, put it in the fridge. Jalapeno cranberry sauce. None of that canned crapola. And
That sounds pretty tasty.
you know what? I got to tell you, it is. And you'll tinker with the, you want an orange jalapeno cranberry sauce with a little orange zest in it. But I like it just the sweet and the spicy with the turkey and the rich gravy and the sharpness from the green beans. And that's a great bite right there.
Have you ever tried that on vanilla ice cream?
You know what? I have done the balsamic vinegar on vanilla ice cream. But anytime you can cross the sweets and the salties and the spices, it's a good thing.
Sure, sure. It just sounds really good on.
It's stupid simple too. It makes in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that does sound really simple.
I made some a couple weeks ago and gave it to a couple of the students, and they have one of them hasn't even brought back the bowl yet. I think she liked it so much.
Oh, well, sure.
And by the way, these guys, my students, they have been taking care of me and watching out for me because I've had a lot of doctor appointments recently, and they make sure Granddad is taken care of over here. So, a shout out to all the guys at Breakfast Anytime, and oh yeah, so Carl, anything you guys want to use on Black Friday? I don't know if you've seen the message from the founder yet.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, there you go. Well, there's why not see me get hit with a pie as much as you want over on Black Friday. Feel free to plug that in, and yeah, anything you like, the elves or the lightning round, whatever you guys need, please feel free to pick and choose. I think Julie's vlog is a great thing to do as well. So
I really like Julie's
we have stuff
vlog.
planned. I'm performing with my old comedy partner Jim Brownell from the radio days from 45 years ago. He's with the group, and he and I are being interviewed as Santa and Mrs. Claus in 3 weeks. So we're very excited about that. So stay tuned, PopCon fans.
Oh my goodness!
More silliness around the corner.
Look at that!
Congratulations, Neely. Grandpa.
I know he's going to be a grandpa.
You know what? That does sound like a character, doesn't it? Grandpa Neely. Hey, Grandpa Neely's coming to town. Congratulations. Mazel tov, as my friends in New York would say. Good job, son.
Yes, congratulations.
You had nothing to do with it, but good job.
Okay, so Spikerman says he's a mac and cheese guy.
Spikerman, just looking at your picture, I can tell you're a man who eats things out of politeness. It's kind of right there.
He's kind of like us, We're not going to turn down food, No, never. That'd be rude.
I like hot sauce in my mac and cheese.
So I'm kind of picky about my mac and cheese. Imagine that. Yeah. I know it's amazing to find out now. It really has to be homemade, baked, not out of a box. I won't eat Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That's not mac and cheese. That's paste for your children.
Well, but I just can't. No, it's too much
Get
in college.
A box of elbow macaroni. Take a thing of cheese, a little milk, 3 cheeses. Warm it up nicely. You don't want to break it down too quickly. Add a little dried mustard. That's the key. A little dry mustard for a little spice in there. And just thick cheeses, a fontina cheese, a cheddar for salt. I like a blue cheese. I like a little, cranky in there. And then over your friends, take all the sauce, just have a sauce party. Fantastic.
So
Little hot sauce.
what sides did your mom's what sides did your mom make for Thanksgiving?
My mom made Greek food for Thanksgiving. We didn't make turkeys.
Well, right. I get that part.
The small family. It was roast beef and pasticcio, and it was all kinds of Greek stuff. If I was at my grandmother's house, they made turkey. But my mom, nomades, it was always feta cheese and olives. It was always very Greek with us. So I didn't get to be fond of turkey legs till my teen years, and I'm a big fan of dark meat. I'm not going there. It's too early. It's the late show's
You're not a
starting.
white meat fan.
I was going to
Is that
say
what you're saying?
I was going to say I'm a big fan of breast meat, and then I stopped myself from saying it.
Sure.
I just got the eyes. Did you see how quick he gave me the eyes? No, the head didn't even move first. The eyes moved very quickly. No, see that the head moved first. No, see the eyes. Give me the eyes again. Just give me the eyes. Oh no, see the head moved. No, oh no, not those eyes. That's too close. It's burning a hole in my head. All right, I'm better now. Look what he's done to my hair over the years, the mayor. He's singed so much of it off with his looks going away. Right. But thank God it falls to my beard where there's old food and it gets stuck here and it gives me a beard. So it's really. So is anybody else coming up with side dishes there?
Let me see what I can pull up on the feed here that people posted yesterday.
What are the dogs eating for
Julie?
Thanksgiving?
Julie is making all kinds of stuff for tomorrow.
Well,
she's making turkey, ham, sweet potato casserole, cornbread casserole, green bean casserole.
Wow.
Mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, Hawaiian sweet rolls, cranberry sauce, a cheese ball, spinach dip, brownies, apple pie, cherry pie, pumpkin pie, and Oreo pie.
So, Julie, I'm going to overnight an Igloo cooler to you with a FedEx return address on it and just send it to Peace Bellows, care of PopCon, 60609, and it will get to me.
Maybe we should. I should just come and pick you up, and we drive up there.
Well, how many kids do you have, Julie? That seems like you're, the scene
that's
from
a
Annie,
small army
feeding the orphanage over there. That's a lot of food.
Okay, Neely says desserts are his favorite part of Thanksgiving, which I got to. That's what I normally wind up making. Like if the Eller clan is getting together, I make an appetizer and I make a dessert generally.
So did you make one this year?
Yeah, I'm making some like spicy olives for finger food, and I did not make a dessert
on your fingers. Can you put the spicy olives on your fingers and eat them?
Yeah, they're pitted.
Fantastic. Finger food that can be on your fingers. I mean,
yes, exactly.
I'm an idea guy there, Les. Come on, keep throwing them at me.
What is going on here? The crazy stuff. Sorry. Yeah, I know who it is.
It doesn't let me mute it all the way. That's so weird.
Julie is an overachiever, and you're not getting any of her goodies. Let me rephrase that. You're not getting any. No, just get me out of this, Les.
Yeah. So I'm not making any desserts because my mom loves to make desserts. And Leaf has been up here for 2 weeks, and they've made probably, 3-4 dozen cookies. They've made pie. And so I haven't been up to the house yet, but that's where I'm going after we get off of here and have dinner. And I'm sure there will be, some desserts already made. So,
well, when you're packing the cookies for me, make sure you pack something, a little cushy in there so they don't break. Because I want to dunk them in my tea at night. That's
okay. I've never dunked cookies in tea.
I've dunked cookies in beer. Come on now.
Well, yeah, those that's totally different.
Have you dunked French fries in milkshakes?
Yeah, Frosties and French fries.
All
yeah,
right.
Definitely. Hey,
I love that you say it like, I jumped off a bridge. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly Bince is here from way up north in Minnesota, eh?
Kelly, what's your favorite side? And don't tell me like Pike or a Juicy Lucy hamburger or all that stuff you guys eat there. Or,
do you do walleye cheeks for Thanksgiving Day?
You know, that was my stripper name. I don't know if you know.
Walleye cheeks. Yeah,
Walleye
they're,
cheeks.
They're pretty tasty. They're a great appetizer
I
if you're
thought I'd
up
get
in
a
the
laugh
lake
out of
country.
on that. You know, I swear I would get a bigger laugh there, but just not happening. He's concentrating very hard on something.
Yep.
Oh, the eyes! The eyes!
It's always
The eyes.
funny when the technical director's on camera. You know, it's like so. You know, the Lions and the Cowboys are going to play on Thanksgiving Day.
No.
Right?
Oh, there we go. Thanks. Don't do that. Give me a heart attack all the time. You disappear like that.
And they always show, you know, they always have a quick shot of everybody that's working, and that's what this reminds me of, because the guys are busy working and not paying attention when they're on camera.
So, are you basically saying that the mayor is Pam Oliver of this group over here right now?
Sure.
For you football fans out there, come on! I'm reaching the Indianapolis Colts fans. I'm working all the audiences here, doing the best I can, boys. You know, it's an hour before my bedtime here. You know,
Sorry, Pam Oliver was like my freshman English teacher, if I remember right. So I just had some flashbacks go through my head.
Did you have a crush on Pam Oliver?
No.
Kelly Best, Mr.
So yeah, he's chatting with Brian. So I wanted to put it up there.
You know, Kelly, this is our show over here, Kelly. You might want to chat with us. This is how the
Here we go.
conversation works,
Jordan's
Kelly.
finally joined the conversation. Thank you, Jordan. Making the best apple pie that her grandma makes. I need to.
Jordan, don't give me that Midwest. I don't think I can do this crapola. You can make a great apple pie. I'm telling you.
If you have the recipe, all it is following directions. It's not rocket science.
But it is. It's baking. Precise measurements with baking.
Well, right. You have to measure things correctly. But other than that, it's following the directions. It's not brain surgery. It's not live TV. It's not hard.
Well, live TV isn't hard. It's
I know.
just
That's what I'm
nerve-wracking.
saying.
Yeah. You don't know how many times I was bleeped on the air. No, that's
I can only imagine. Hey, Audrey's here.
Audrey Lane makes the best rum cake and 7-Up cake. So is that like a white sponge, like a Victoria sponge? What's a 7-Up cake? The batter must be light because it's effervescent. Maybe like a lemon cake. Do tell, Audrey. You have piqued my cake interest.
And here's
which Greek is in the hiding there?
Is I don't know. Is it
Jones.
George?
That's no, Justin Jones. That's my guess who that is.
Okay. Hey, Nick Rorman is here, and wow. What?
Well, you know, it's. I think
worst holiday.
I think Arbor Day, because no one knows what Arbor Day is anymore. I think that has to be the worst holiday. Nobody even celebrates it.
He needs to explain himself.
I mean, you know, Nick, have you been to therapy lately? You know, I think it's a conversation that, you know, perhaps you and your therapist wanted. It was the worst holiday when you were 6 and you didn't get the drumstick and mom dropped the
I don't know.
potatoes.
I would go of like government holidays. I would venture to say like
isn't that an oxymoron?
Yeah, Memorial Day maybe. I'm not a big take it or leave it. You know.
Wow.
It's the weather can be too crappy. It's
for all really you veterans out there. That's 1-800-LESS-ELLER.
Well, I didn't say. It's just like
you know,
and it's not Veterans Day. It's Memorial Day. Where you like talk about the people that are dead, not the people that are living. Right? That's what Memorial Day is about.
I love to watch you dance out of the quicksand here. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know that. Kelly Bentz likes Dutch apple strudel pie on his smoker.
On your smoke. That sounds bad, but
how do you bake a pie on your? Is it in your smoker or on my smoker? Because I don't know how you would bake a pie on top of a smoker.
And is smoker a euphemism? Am I not getting the word correctly? Is there
maybe
young jargon that the smoker is the stove?
Joyce Keys is the
we're not going to
Facebook user
teaching her how to sign up.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Jones, have you become psychic? You just know who's the Facebook user? Is that what's going on there, Jones? Well, you know what?
Oh, very
It sort
funny,
of,
Nick.
it sort of makes sense, you know. We'll start a new tradition, Nicholas. Happy Whiners Day. See, there's a good holiday for you. Pick a day where everybody gets the wine, and not just white or red. I mean, really wine about crap, and we'll celebrate.
Isn't that like
Larry
Valentine's
getting
Day? Everybody whines about Valentine's Day
no,
because you don't get the right present.
enthusiasm.
You are getting presents.
No,
People are single. It's all whiny.
No, that's specific. That's
Okay.
that's your own sad bitterness about love, Les. That really is. That's your own sad bitterness.
So
Baking is not my jam. Look, that was a joke. That's a cooking joke right there. Baking is not my jam. I can cook your ass off, but or I wish I knew her better because I have like a thousand lines and
Yep.
and the mayor's here.
And if we weren't live, you could use all of those lines. I've spent enough time with Audrey that you could use all those lines.
Nicholas, I really like you more and more that you are following this tact with me over here because it's a very Woody Allen moment that's happening right here. Or Steve, you know what? Steve, the curly hair, Stephen Wright. There we go.
So Audrey's making leg of lamb. I assume being Greek, you have some suggestions for making leg of lamb.
Me?
Yeah.
First of all, blank and bone in, okay? Don't you have them take the bone out of the lamb. Look, the bone worked for the lamb before, it's going to work for the lamb after, okay? That's where the flavor is. Second, don't put a lot of fancy flavors on it. Rub it with oil like it's your favorite. No, I'm not going there. And then take a little rosemary and a little garlic, put it in the oven. Get some potatoes, not potatoes, those are different. You get some potatoes and you roast them. But first you have the tinfoil off in the oven and then you put it on so you don't burn the lamb, but you want those potatoes to cook in there. That's how Mom did it. In fact, she'd smack our hands and no, and that's 2 minutes, too much rosemary. No, all right, Mom, But we learned how to cook the leg of lamb right in the pasticcio. And Aubrey, when the pandemic is over, sister, I'll bring the metaxa and the ouzo. Let's go. Let's have a Greek food party.
So is it fresh garlic or is it garlic powder or is it like
fresh?
Okay.
We live by the sea. Everything is fresh.
So just learned a fancy trick, Les.
I did.
You learned a fancy trick?
Yeah. So
I was trying to follow along. Hey, Julie's here.
If you
and she's talking to all of us except Carl.
The mayor's trying to talk. The mayor's talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will.
The mayor. Go ahead, Mayor. Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
No, he said everybody but Carl, so I was being bashful. The streaming to the Facebook group like we're doing right now.
Sure.
You can't respond to the Facebook group, but if we stream to the Facebook page and you type in the comments down here on the bottom right, it actually will post on the Facebook page.
Okay.
I get you. Like you will comment in the same stream.
Well, that's awesome. And since there's generally only two of us, we can't do what we normally do. So
right, but it works for YouTube out of the box. So I just sent. Said that testing a reverse post says this should work was actually me typing into StreamYard, and then it shows up on YouTube.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
What's that have to do with Thanksgiving food, Carl?
He's the mayor.
I'm the captain.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
No, now you're going to chase him away. Look what you did. Look what you did. He's back. Thank you.
Oh. Surprise. Surprise.
Santa's going to bring you a razor after he brings me one. Hi, Nicholas.
That's an awesome shirt.
I had no
Thank you.
idea.
Do you like my hat too?
Yeah.
You're
just
so
the shirt.
depressing.
I had to quickly get changed.
You're wonderfully depressing, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Very PopCon today.
What's your favorite side dish? I know. For anything. Doesn't have to be
Regardless of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I do like some Thanksgiving. Like I like Thanksgiving food. I just feel like I don't like that the day is like eat food and watch football, which people do every day. Like what you don't need an excuse to do that.
Nicholas, perhaps you don't like your family, is what you're saying. It's really
Well,
what it sounds like to me over here.
It might be the opposite because I see my family all the time.
They
So
might not.
Maybe I'm like it's not special anymore. Well, that's a fact, but
that'll be $300, please. Next.
Thank you so much. No, my favorite Thanksgiving side dish is just the stuffing or dressing. That stuff.
Cornbread or oyster?
Cornbread over oyster.
Oh, cornbread over the. Never mind. I won't go.
Yeah, on top of
That would be tasty. You know, you throw a little Cajun seasoning. Yeah,
it's like a drip. You just put it in the bag and it drips onto the oyster. I see, Carl. I'm choosing not to acknowledge it. I see you make this little face like you think you're slick. I'm not going to acknowledge it.
And yet you're the one who says drip onto oysters, and I shut my mouth. At this point, So I like that these streams are now well. You know what, Steve? We're here to please you, young man, and we're very happy.
We're here for you, the fans.
We are here for you.
I mean, we're trying to practice what we preached for 7 years. And actually,
it's only taken us 7 years to get this far, and a pandemic.
Yeah, and it took us all 8 months to even start. And we toyed around with doing it on our old YouTube channel, but they've changed things and rights, and it didn't work. So we only had 450-ish subscribers on the old channel because we didn't really use it, and we've already got, I think, 140 in a week on the new one. So we'll get there, and we got 10,000 views on our first real video, so that's pretty cool.
YouTube is messy. YouTube, I've been dealing with it my whole life, trying to manage the behind the scenes aspect of it, and it's messy. They're constantly flipping what they want.
Yeah. So we just wanted to start clean and fresh, and that's what our Friday subathon's all about. Is just to get more people to understand that we're there now. Again, now.
That sentence was really crappy. I got to tell you, I was listening the whole time.
Well, we were already there, but
you need a better writer.
No, it's not a stumbling.
There.
It was there.
At least you were listening. I mean,
what, Nick?
Huh?
I said what? I can't hear you. You're whining.
I'm so sorry. And another thing.
Yes, ma'am. I'm 66. I so don't care. Bring it on, son. Please.
Oh wait.
Have you subscribed to Breakfast Anytime Improv, Nick?
Oh yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Cross. Helping each other out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything fans here can subscribe of yours?
I do have a couple things.
Okay.
My production studio is called Schlim Corp. Good luck figuring out how to spell it.
SCHLIMCORP.
Sounds like you need a better marketing guy.
Yeah, you'd think. It's LEM, but yeah, Schlim Corp. And my short film Constellation Quest that Carl has a starring supporting role in will be going live on.
No. I need 30th. This sent to me immediately.
5 days, and it's going to be public. Which will be fun.
No, I don't need public. I need a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
In the movie, I'm only this tall.
That's true.
I have so many responses that I'm just not saying.
There it is.
There you go, Jones. Jones is my loyal citizen. He'll kill me someday in some Shakespearean moment, I'm sure of. But until then, by the way, what my improv company doesn't know is we're doing rhyming couplets this weekend at our new classical theater improv that we'll be previewing in a few weeks. They have no clue. Boy, they're going to be quasi-happy with me. But that's my job. Look at all the faces I entertain, Nicholas. The mayor comes here because now he's watching me like a vice principal. Les is here because come on, he has no life for 15, 20 years now. So
pretty much.
The special show, I do a special show, Kevin. And if you go to my WhatsApp, never mind, we'll talk about that later time.
And you have to tip a lot.
Yeah. Well,
What's your OnlyFans, Peter?
These
Yeah, I was about to
straight
say the Peter Spell is
flying
OnlyFans.
in. So what brings you to us here, Nicholas, aside from the mayor putting you on with us here?
That's it. Carl just sent me a message and said, "Defend yourself."
I love Thanksgiving.
So he said defend yourself to you, but what in essence he was doing going, well, this should throw him under the bus. This will
Exactly.
sit back and enjoy this moment here.
I hold my own pretty well, I think.
No, you do pretty good. I knew you. Have we actually?
12-year-old with a beard, yeah.
Yeah.
We met many years ago.
For somebody that
Yes.
can't grow a beard.
I can too.
Wait,
I just haven't tried it.
Carl, did you get rid of your mustache? Did you get rid of that? Oh, geez.
The dogs licked it off.
Hey, it's an afternoon show. What's the matter?
But yes, I do believe we met a couple years ago and we've been connected on Facebook since then.
Well, that I know. Because of the way you write in some of your quips, that's why I like to give you a hard time. Because I went, intelligent and smart. I'm into that. Good. So we always support everything, our community does here. And I say our community because I live here now.
Yeah,
so
congratulations.
Always, if you have a project, let me know. And I'm from New York, baby. I'm happy to pimp anything the neighborhood needs.
Beautiful.
It'd be my pleasure. I won't wear the pumps anymore because of my back, but
Understandable, yeah.
In order to get a middle square, we would need 9 people. Just so you understand that.
Yeah.
Simple geometry.
Why can't they do it with 5?
Jones, you say that Paul Linda's going to show up in our historical dating game.
It would
get what you're saying.
And
like this.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's really amazing though?
What's that?
Carl has an awesome Paul Lind impression. Take it away, Carl.
Oh, see, you don't. Let me take.
Don't do that. No.
Oh, wow, young man.
Bravo.
You're a made man where I'm from now. You know what I mean? You went to one of the bosses, the capo, to the capo over here, and you made your bones with me, young man. Very lovely.
Oh, there you go, Carl. He has to get in character. You weren't feeling it at first. Okay, now.
Oh, Wes, if you're listening, Wes, get him drunk and record the Paul Lind for me, please. Make him do that for me. Brian, come on by. I mean, not now because we both might die, but when the pandemic's over, wear a mask, come by, have a cocktail. Bring pie. I'm very fond of pie. Some pie or cake, Nicholas?
I like cake over pie, but I do have a favorite pie. The drip
a
I was
cake
talking
sandwich
about.
with pie.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
It's the colostomy bag that I was talking about earlier.
Yum. Well, it goes with all your shoes too. I really love that about you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a much better joke than I'm getting left. By the way, so after the fact is okay with me. So what kind of cake?
Oh man, I love chocolate on chocolate. Just stack them up. As many different kinds of chocolate you can get.
Once upon a time, many years ago, and I'm fond of it too, young man.
There you go.
Fond. It was that weekend in Atlantic City that. Anyway, I'm back. Hi, I'm back.
I do think
you can actually watch Carl get uncomfortable when I speak on occasion. It's really fascinating. Well, Nicholas, come by the show anytime.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Come on.
It's so fun.
What about you, Peter?
Especially if you got a project needs pushing.
Yeah.
Because right now everybody feels isolated more than before. Everybody is, really whining about the lockdown we all need to be in. And we need to continue doing projects. It's why we keep churning out comedy. We need, as the artists, to keep the conversation out of woe is me. You know, the country has perhaps turned a corner, which I'm very excited about. But as artists, we need to support and celebrate each other's stuff.
I actually have a sketch comedy show that I've started with a bunch of my friends, and we're doing sketches from all over the country and compiling them together, which will be cool. But there is a sketch I'm filming soon that I might actually reach out to you for. I think I have a part for you in there that I was going to be doing.
Is it sad?
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
No.
It's
It's all under the table. All of it. Yeah.
Oh, I love dirty money, so don't you worry. I'm from New York. Come on now. I would love to.
de-laundered money. It's very dirty. Yeah.
Ooh. What kind of part?
It's about a
Such an
professor.
active question.
It's
I'm
actually
66 and I'm still asking the. So what kind of character do I have? Do I have a lot of lines?
It's actually filmed over Zoom, which is one of the best things about it. I tried to write it so it would be accessible to film over Zoom, but you would be playing a college professor who's trying to give his class a review session, but only 6 of the 30 people in the class have showed up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, young man.
Awesome.
It's the mission statement of what we do is a community of actors serving their community. And I think this is what's very important. I think there are little pockets of really intelligent, bright, and clever and talented people that don't seem to crash in this city. Mm-hmm. And they need to collide in the great sense, collide and join, not collide and be at odds with each other.
I completely agree.
There's plenty of room. I told the gang early on, I said, look, we might not be the funniest improv group in Indianapolis, but no one's funnier, and that's how you approach doing your work. So please, with anything, and let me put it up on my page. And I just think, especially now when people, look, my therapist used to go, it's my busy season right now. So just imagine people's agita with the holidays, and now they can't to see their grandparents. I haven't seen my wife, and we need to be that voice, young man.
I agree.
We need to be the voice of at least entertainment out there. It's the legacy we will leave to the community here. That there were a group of people, torpedoes be damned, kept everybody laughing in this, insane year. It's insane to think I'm going to be 67 in March, and here's the year I spent inside. I think I'll title a chapter of my book, the year I spent inside.
Jen Smith's helping you.
Jen Smith is helping me write the book, absolutely. But what we got to do, we have to be the echo of what's going on, because the playwrights and the authors and the screenwriters, there's going to be a whole litany of what happened. Where were you when the lights went out? Was a famous saying in New York in the 60s when the New York City blackout occurred.
Yeah.
So, where were you when we all got shut in? When your children had a
PopCon meeting?
Well, absolutely. We were live when the lights went out at PopCon this summer.
Have I ever told you guys where I was when the power went out in New York?
No.
You weren't born yet, young man.
Oh, yeah, this was just 10 years ago when the whole Eastern Seaboard went out.
Oh, I'm talking 64. I'm sorry.
You don't remember when the whole Eastern Seaboard went out?
Yeah. Where were you?
I was at the top of a lift hill on a roller coaster.
Oh, no.
At Cedar Point, which is in Sandusky, Ohio.
Which roller coaster?
It's not there anymore. It was the Mean Streak. It was
yeah.
And we waited for like 45 minutes as they were probably helping the rest of the park before us. And they climbed up those steps that you see at the side of every roller coaster, came up, put this tool in, and manually released us. And we had to walk down those steps that you see on the side of the lift.
And that's really, really tall.
Well, I mean, we were like really tilted back, and just climbing out of the car was the hard part. And there was this one guy who looked like he was at the gym 24/7, like Arnold Schwarzenegger bad dude. And his daughter just hops out and starts climbing down, and he refused to get out of the car. It was hilarious.
Maybe that's why he went to the gym so much, because he was scared of heights.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying in the thing here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it was just funny.
Nice.
See, look at this.
Had I worked at an amusement park,
I think for the power outage,
I would not want to have been the amusement park worker that had to get everybody out of there. I mean, I worked at an amusement park for a summer, and dealing with all kinds of people and trying to safely do that. No thanks.
It was pretty casual considering how large Cedar Point is. I mean, it's a big park, but
It is.
From the power going out to everybody, including the park employees, realizing that the power's not coming back on anytime soon. It was pretty casual that people were just gradually leaving anyway. So when they made the call that you had to get out because fire code and everything else, there weren't as many people there, I don't think.
I'm surprised they didn't have that on a generator, or I assume they do have that on a generator now, just so they don't have to do that.
The Millennium Force, I think several of them did. The newer ones did. Mean Streak was pretty old coaster.
Yeah, because it's the wooden one, right?
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, they've torn it down since.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so the Millennium Force, those people were down right away because we could watch everything in the park. We were at the top of the lift hill.
Oh yeah,
we could see everything that was going on except we weren't moving.
Wow. You know, my first roller coaster, my father put me in a barrel and set me down the side of a hill and looked at my mother and said, "How many do we have? We won't miss this one." And yet I was able to come on back. That was it. No, you can imagine me in a roller coaster now?
No, you can barely get in and out of my truck.
Gravity times Spellos? No, it's impossible.
What? You nice, Nick.
Green screen. That's me in his movie.
Yeah, this shirt makes a very good green screen. So there's Carl in my film.
Oh, that's first of all. I thought that was a scene from Cuckoo's Nest.
And I did a Paul Lynde impression in his movie too.
That's true. Your Paul Lynde and your Jerry Seinfeld are very similar.
And I'm pretty proud of my Jerry Seinfeld.
It's so funny.
I don't have his voice at all, but I can do his technique, I guess. A little bit.
His cadence.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So Carl, I was actually on a sketch show called BSU Tonight when I went to Ball State, and Carl was a guest once and then a guest host on another episode. And we wrote the most ridiculous bits for him. And one of them was I was playing a Kramer type character and Carl was playing a Seinfeld type character. And it was very
Nicholas,
fun.
I got a box of cash that I'm willing to part with if I can see some of these videos. Right?
I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
They're up on YouTube right now. I can send you the link.
Because, I'll trade it for many pictures of me in a dress performing.
And after you watch it, I'll tell you the rest of the story of that day.
Oh man,
you're such a tease, young man.
Well, no, I'll just leave it there. That's what you will see on YouTube.
I'm in.
Carl's a trooper. That's all. That's all that needs to be known.
Well, do you want to? Hey, Carl. Do you want to touch on what all else we're going to be talking about on Friday? Yeah.
let me switch it over. So we've got several things on the lineup. So we'll give you a taste for those that are watching. I can even go over the spiel a little bit right now.
Sure.
The gist of the whole process is so that we can get people to understand that we have a YouTube channel. And in order to do that, since we're going to be on there streaming for 12 hours, we wanted to make sure a charity was involved. So we picked the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Great. And we've been partnered with them for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. And it's charities this year, I would say in general, have kind of been left by the wayside. So it's a way of at least bringing that kind of stuff, especially in the Christmas season for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. There's a lot of wishes out there. So, but then we're going to be talking about all sorts of geek stuff, and I'm looking at the list over here, which is why I'm not looking at the camera. But we've got Star Wars with the Mandalorian and probably other Star Warsy topics. Supernatural, which just finished its grand 15 years going, which I have not seen a single episode of, so I can't even watch that hour because I know it'll be spoilerific. Then Twin Peaks, of all things, will be discussed. We've got somebody that's going to be talking about the paranormal, and Nick, you might even want to join in on this one. I'll put you in contact, but Letterkenny is going to be one of the hours for Letterkenny. I know, again, I haven't seen, I tried to watch the first episode, and I'll get back to that.
I got to tell you, I spent my whole life in comedy, my entire life, 45 years. I watched 2 episodes of that. I have no clue about anything. I swear.
We're not
and every youngin' I know loves it. and I watched it and I went,
No, I
must be
can
dead.
see where it was going, and I would give it another chance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I like it.
It's some of the most specific and quickest writing I've ever seen in a TV show. Like they have developed an entire language that I know it's based on rural Canada, but like within the show they have recurring bits and so much stuff that it just has become its own form of communication, and it's a marvel of writing.
Which is where it stops being funny, Nicholas, because I've spent my life in this. It becomes, no, listen to me. It becomes so specific a market
Mhm.
that you take out the rest of the market. So look, Firesign Theater was the same way. It was this very small, hip, intellectual stoner crowd that first started to listen to stuff. So it is certainly generational.
Yeah.
You know, you saw what comedy is me. I took a pie in the face. I go back to
Your Three Stooges, yeah.
I am silent comedy. My comedy is steeped 100 years ago. So I watched the rural Canadian stuff, you know, and look, even Kids in the Hall, every once in a while I would cock my head like a dog in a funny noise.
Mhm.
But these guys are so specific to a generation that I'm clueless about. You know, you think, well, shit, here's this. I'm sorry, I set off the horn. I do that every once in a while. I apologize. But for a man who teaches this for a living and go, wow, I have no idea what that is and why everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
It's me, not you. No. I'm the old guy in the room.
I find
Jordan, teach me, Jordan. Jordan, teach me.
Do you think, Nick, that it has, like, I've grown up in a rural area, and most of Indiana is rural, and Peter has not grown up in a rural. Do you think that has anything to do?
Born and raised, so,
right?
You know,
So you think that has something to do with not?
I think it does. I think that, like, even though the bits and the specificity are things that like people in rural Indiana can't necessarily relate to, I think the characters and the types of roles they play within the show are things that
oh, sure,
people we can relate
which
to.
is why I miss the jokes, because I don't know the archetypes.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
see, that's really what I can't akin it to commedia. I can't find where the archetypes are for me to sort of get a comedy overlay.
That's your homework. That's your homework, Peter.
Yeah, that's the homework.
There you go.
Well,
I look at the hockey players and I go, that's every basketball player that I went to high school with.
Exactly.
I grew up in Indianapolis, and I moved to Corntown for high school, where our mascot is named after the Ku Klux Klan.
Which
and he froze up.
Yeah, he mentioned it, and he was like,
it's
"I shouldn't."
The Klan still has power. He said Klan, and we never saw Carl again when he mentioned the Ku Klux Klan that night. We thought you died. We got very scared for a second.
Yeah, everybody popped out. But yeah, so I've seen the best of both worlds, and it is a whole different language.
Yeah,
when you go from I don't even know what city, I guess, to soil judging contest.
Right. Let's put Jordan's response back up there. I want to address it.
Okay.
No, I get, but I could name so much quick, witty, dry humor that is not rural Canada 20-somethings. Why would you even think I would know that? You know, I would have to have, look, one of my youngins keep exposing me to stuff like I expose them to. You know, they show me Letterkenny, I show them Ernie Kovacs. You know, and
based on our last two national elections, half of the country get Letterkenny.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true. You're right.
Yep. Maybe that's why I don't watch it.
It might be
because I don't get half the country. You know.
Well, and what's the funny thing about Letterkenny though is that it takes the archetype that you would normally associate with certain like politics and then flips them, which is also an interesting part of the show that I like.
Hey,
that
Nathan,
it's a pretty progressive show
Yeah,
considering.
Nathan,
Canada itself is very progressive. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nathan, if my co-host ever got sick or was to like fall prey to a terrible accident, let's say, and maybe
Did I just lose my job?
could not
Okay.
do the show at all, would you be interested in maybe chatting with me at some point?
See, it's real easy.
Mr. Greenbean
done.
himself took care of you over there.
Oh, there I am.
Oh,
Yeah, I honestly, yes. I mean, like, one thing that I have always like, from obviously I'm new to comedy, but
so don't worry,
Yeah.
catching up to it. Don't worry.
But I've been like spending my college years, and I graduated last year. I've been trying to do my best in terms of like diversifying my comedic abilities, because I've grown up on Three Stooges and like the Beatles movies and Monty Python, but I also like a lot of the newer stuff, like I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson on Netflix. And as someone who sketch comedy is like where I want to go in my career, so I've been trying to write from those different points of view. And like I wrote a package that involved pieing people in the face, but I also wrote this like existential Tim and Eric type package that's all green screen and stretching. And
you and I need to have a real conversation on Zoom. I have 30 actors, in my cadre here.
Yeah. And I think I actually went to Franklin Central High School, so I went there after you had been involved, but it was interesting to see those worlds come together.
You went and said the F word now. See, you went and said the F word. We so need to have a conversation.
I agree.
But
I agree.
But I'm seriously, because about sketch comedy and Peter Spellos at gmail.com. And no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because we can both help each other within this performing community.
Yeah.
Because I've been writing sketch comedy, son, for 45 years. So it's kind of what I do too. Not saying that you're going to learn from me, but I'm going to learn from you.
I think vice versa.
It has to be that way.
It goes both ways. Yeah.
And for every letter Kenny you show me, I will show you Ben Turpin or Wheeler and Woolsey or people you don't know, or even if you like slapstick and you don't know Mrs. Brown's Boys out of Ireland, and really slapstick, think of a sitcom with an Irish guy in drag as an old Irish woman. Oh no, it's weepy funny. It's wipe your eye funny. But that's the kind of stuff I would love to trade off, because TikTok. My clock runs faster and louder than yours, young man. I promise you that. So, by the way,
much louder.
Side dish,
much louder.
Very loud.
Comedy. Yeah. We went to side dish of comedy this afternoon, boys and girls. And bye, Mayor. Oh, good. He keeps doing Mr. Wine.
He's hopping in. He's trying to throw us for a loop. He wants to give all the viewers deserve vertigo, so he's trying to make sure to give them that by flipping back and forth.
Well, on a personal note, because I've seen over the years, are you still with that best gal of yours that you've known since high school?
Yeah, we're going to be married in the end of May.
I think that's terrific.
It'll be very fun.
Go to Vegas or the beach.
I don't like very sweet pictures a lot of the time, but you two are an adorably wonderful couple. So
thank you.
All the best to you, and
get her on the show.
And I'm being nice, but I will convince her to leave you in a second, because I know the stories about you, Nicholas.
I know.
I have people at Franklin Central, and it just works that way. But it'd be great. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I hope it's a very safe one.
Likewise.
And absolutely. I'm a senior who has asthma. I ain't going anywhere. So as I'm telling my students, if you're lonely tomorrow, hit me up on Zoom. But I'm dead serious about you and I having a conversation about the community and what we could do together when we get to hear the school bell, the pandemic school bell that lets us all out of school together at the same time.
I've got your email written down. I'm ready to send that email.
Please do, young man. And again, all the best to you and your family.
Thanks. You too.
All right, pal. Take care.
Hey, if you want to join the Letterkenny conversation Friday,
Yeah.
Bree, Dakota, Amber. So
Oh, it's this Friday?
yeah, Black Friday, 12
I'm-
hours.
What
You know,
time
you
would the
got a
Letterkenny
date.
one be in?
7-ish, maybe.
I am actually working. I'm doing audio at Lucas Oil Stadium for the Indiana High School Football Association. So
okay. Sure.
I don't know if I'll be available then, but I'm going to be on the field trying to avoid people holding a boom mic. It'll be
Wear
interesting.
your mask.
Not the big dish.
Put a mask
I
on
don't
the
know.
boom mic. Okay, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
No, you think about that because
I'm gonna
everybody
have-
gets that mic. That's
I'm going to
right.
have N95. I'm going to be trying to make sure that I'm as protected as possible being in that Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah, I would
But yeah.
not want to do that.
No, yeah,
Please be safe.
absolutely. All right. It's been great talking to you guys.
Take
See
care,
ya.
brother. Be well. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, that was a fun show, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I just got to like sit back and enjoy it a little bit, and
I think the mayor is having a good time, and that's why he keeps coming back with us, right? Sure,
I think
he was
so.
here to promote Black Friday. And I understand the good of a good, no one is the vice president of shameful promotion like I am. But I think it's great that he comes back. It sounds fun. Is that a money joke? It sounds. I think she just.
I don't know. I thought Audrey was doing like helping with the. Are you helping with the paranormal one, Audrey? I don't know. I thought I seen her name associated with one of those. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. I don't know.
What time does the day start?
Noon.
Noon to midnight.
Noon to midnight.
And I'm on from 2 to 3 with Jordan and you talking about Twin Peaks.
Yes, sir.
There will be spoilers.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen it, then see it now.
Yes.
Find out who killed Laura Palmer, but don't cheat. Don't run to the end. It is like, you know how delicious pancakes and syrup are, and you got that last piece of pancake, and you don't want to leave any syrup in the plate. That's like the Twin Peaks. You don't want to miss any of the stuff beforehand. So enjoy it. Come talk to us at 2:00 on Friday. I may even have leftovers there because I better, because if I eat the entire coconut cream pie between now and Friday, I'll be doing the show from St. Francis Hospital right down the road here.
Well, they got a good internet connection there. You'll be fine.
Good point. Very nice.
Yeah. Where else you got to go? You're stuck in a bed,
Well, now maybe you'll kill me and Nicholas will be your co-host from now on.
I don't think he has quite as good of stories as you do.
Well, shit. Yeah. Said it again. I hate when that horn goes.
Okay, we'll have a Twin Peaks meeting here. What are we talking about here?
I think we got to stop at 2. I think Jordan. I think there's another conversation in us for season 3, but I think we got. Let's see where we start. Look, we could spend an hour just talking about season 1. So let's just wear that raincoat. I've never said that in my life for all the strange people I know.
Sure.
Demery, been thinking about you today, just so you know. Been thinking about you. So final thoughts, Les? I'm going to give you a final thought.
Okay, sure. Shoot.
If you would have told me a year ago that I would be spending Thanksgiving and Christmas probably alone, that might have been the saddest thing that you ever could have told me. But now, it's okay. I got people who are watching out for me here. My producing partner, Robert Kapaku, and my surrogate daughter, Tara Sorg, who takes me to the doctor and makes sure I'm okay. And we're producing comedy. Like I said before, the thing that gets me through the tough days is Breakfast Anytime. The great fun we're having with that and the fun that's on the way. And that the pandemic has been difficult, but I believe in my heart for me, and we're not opening a can of worms here, but the country has turned a corner. I think there's a lot of people. I think there may be a few more people happy that are unhappy, but there's a lot on both sides. So there's a lot of mending that needs to be going on. But right now, it's the holidays. Your parents don't know how to deal with it. Your grandparents don't know how to deal with it. Hell, your kids might not know how to deal with it. So just circle up the wagons, take care of each other, eat something indulgent. My brother and his wife are now vegans, and they're having a totally vegan Thanksgiving, and it's fantastic. Not for me,
Yeah, not for me either.
Well, no Midwesterner and his salt without that. Speaking of salt, I better get 3 pounds when the salt is going dry. But I'm just saying, there's a bounty of love here, and of course a coconut cream pie that I'm not opening till tomorrow in the fridge. So I'm being a little extra loving. Oh, here he is. I'm being a little extra loving to my friends. I've been calling people and wishing them a happy Thanksgiving and just checking in on folks. So check in on folks. Everybody is dealing with it differently than you are, boys and girls. And just understand that everybody's process is different. But be thankful. Be thankful that we're having this conversation, and that 5 years later, I'm surrounded by Hoosiers who love me and Hoosiers who think I'm insane, and they're both usually the same people. So
that's a yes from me.
And ain't that a joy? I'm the one who wins here. So happy Thanksgiving to Mr. Mayor and you know what? You and I have been through many dances over the 5 years, but here we are, like radio spuds. And this show is fantastic. And Lester, who would have ever thought that our Tuesday mornings breakfast, because it was the only day I could get together on my 5 whirlwinds in town, would turn into we are a valued voice in the PopCon family. And how's weird for that? That's pretty crazy. But
it is. It is really crazy.
You never know who you touch. There are listeners out there. Just remember this too, Les. I learned this in early age working in radio. You don't know who you touch. You don't know whose life you make a little more joyful because we act like buffoons. And so what I'm telling you, boys and girls, be a little silly, make the kids laugh a little more, put a little whipped cream on your nose and just take care of each other. Just don't take this shite. It's Irish. I can get away with that. Too seriously.
What about you, Mr. Mayor?
Well,
final thoughts. This is final thoughts.
Yeah.
On anything.
Maybe you haven't watched the program before. This is how we wrap the show up.
That was a body shot too. That was a good shot there. He's tight. He's rubbing his face. I know what that means when I rub my face.
Just looking forward to Friday. Everybody join us.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to talking about the Mando and Twin Peaks, and I don't know if I'll be on the Letterkenny one or not, but that just because it's like I can't hang out here for 12 hours.
You're dressed like you're in Letterkenny right now.
Oh, I know. I got the hockey jersey on, lining Kugels, and nothing like a hot liney and a cold Johnsonville on a good August day.
Where's New York when I need it? I'm so out of my milieu here.
My final thought is
how much you love me. I know you've been waiting to say this a long time.
It is from the heart. It's all from the heart. If you know somebody in the healthcare profession, reach out, say thank you. They're going to need it over the next month.
Thank you, Carol Eller. Thank you, Carol Eller.
Yeah. My wife's an RN, and it's starting to. What she was scared of happening in the spring is actually happening now. So they're running out of staff, and it's hard to watch. People you love go through that. So
please don't hoard, boys and girls. Please don't hoard stuff. I mean, just stop. Just take care of each other now more than anything else. Share. Look, I bought a stupid Christmas ornament that had Santa and a roll of toilet paper on it. And I thought, you know what? This is the one that hangs on the Christmas tree that I'm going to remember years from now. But right now, share. everything, please. And please, like Les said, his wife has been there 7, 8, 9 months on the lines every day. So you want to do something great for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Call up the local pizza, and I'm not talking that Little Caesars crap, okay? And send it to the nurses station at the local hospital or the ER station at the local hospital. And just send it from your friends in the street. Thank you. There you go. Because a lot of people used to like to get out on Thanksgiving and make sandwiches and feed the homeless, and it's going to be difficult. So take care of those first responders and send a Chinese food or some pizza or, I don't know, a Letterkenny DVD over to them. Something they might need to laugh at.
So, talking about sharing stuff, I wanted to get one last thing in here. Talking about pie. Oh, there it is. There we go. That's my favorite pie for Thanksgiving is this recipe right here, made by my aunts. So,
the custard pie,
the crumb pie.
Oh, the crumb pie. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like a drier coffee cake, I guess, maybe is kind of a best way to explain it. But
yeah, a dry streusel on top.
Yeah. Right. And it's really gooey in the bottom. It's real. Oh man, it's that's like my Thanksgiving right there. Having crumb pie made by my Aunt Karen, makes the best ones. Great things.
Aunt Karen, we miss you, Aunt Karen. We'll have your pie another time. We promise.
Looks like you get to watch a Christmas movie with Carol.
I know. Yeah, I don't watch Christmas movies before.
So next week, Les.
Yes.
Let's make it more about love again. And talk about what did you like about this Thanksgiving and what did you miss? Who did you miss? Who did you miss this year? Let's give people a chance to say who they love. Who did you? Maybe your aunt. You can shout out to her. I missed my aunt's crumb pie.
Okay, sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
And I think I would like to also on one of these weeks leading up to Christmas talk about geeky Christmas gifts.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Like I know you were Peter. Well, that's a mistake. Carl, you should have seen this guy. He got a Bizarro action figure when I was over there delivering scones and pulled pork, and it was like a kid lighting up at Christmas. It was pretty awesome to see.
That is cool.
Keep rapping. Keep talking.
Okay.
It's a long walk for me.
It's a long walk. Your apartment's not that big.
Yeah, but you saw me walk less.
Yeah.
It's I'm not walking really well, boys and girls, but I got doctors working on that, so don't worry.
And Nick hooked you up with
there's me hosting his show at Ball State, and see if this works. There's me in the burlap bag in the movie.
I'm telling you, that's from. I can't decide whether it's from Logan's Run or The Hunger Games. I'm not sure where that scene is from, but
I thought it was from in Monty Python. You're just working in the fields.
Oh, Life of Brian. That could be from Life of
There
Brian.
you go.
His movie is called Constellation Quest, and it is a comedy based on Star Trek, as if somebody was trying to mimic it for PBS back in the 60s.
Oh, great.
Nice.
And
That's really smart.
It's funny. It's just funny. It's meant to be a comedy, making fun of Star Trek and PBS kind of at the same time. Oh, nice.
That's the aforementioned Bizarro.
Yeah.
It's the little things. So guess what? I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
And I'm going to no, literally, I'm going to wrap it up, put it under my tree in a couple weeks. And I'll open it Christmas morning. But we will talk. I must go now, gentlemen, because it is about a half hour before my bedtime. Us early morning kids.
Every time, Carl, he goes, I really like the morning show, Les. This 4:30 in the afternoon is just way too much.
I'm having tea at 4:30 in the morning. This is, I'm into second meal. I'm into meal penalties here, boys and girls.
That's
Those kids don't know what meal penalty means out there. Golden time. I remember a crew guy in a film set used to work around with a shirt that said, "When is it meal penalty?" I love him. But anyway.
Yeah, you hang out with that guy.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
make it a good one for each other, and be safe. Happy Thanksgiving to Wes, to Carol and Leith, and to everybody listening out there, and to everybody who tunes us on. And please make sure 12 to 12 on Friday on the PopCon YouTube channel, you listen to all the great content. And when you need a break at 12:01, go over to Breakfast Anytime Improv and kind of give us a watch over there, because I'm not nothing if not self-promotion bizarre these days. So we love you. Thank you, Indiana, for housing me, basically.
And we'll see you all on Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday.
Yeah.
See you on Friday. Pop.